My name's Loren Hotchkiss from Ortonville, Michigan, Oakland County. Kind of a crazy little story. Didn't have a whole lot of history with this buck. Really only about a month. Had a buddy over actually to run his dogs. He was going out west to Nebraska to do some bird hunting, and we have some, obviously, a farmland. Asked if he could run the dogs to see if we had any pheasants, and I was like, I don't think we have very many pheasants. I haven't seen them in a while, but you're more than welcome to at least get them out there. So it's a family farm. My parents have 10 acres, my grandpa has 10 acres, and my great uncle has another 15 or 17. It's all joined together. Typically, when I was always hunting, I always hunted on my grandpa's and great uncle's side of the fence, never on my parents' side. Well, while out running his dogs, we ran him in the field on my parents' side, and meanwhile, we were walking, and I think it was maybe mid to late October that we were doing this, and up the whole entire fence line that we never hunt that side, there was just massive rubs everywhere. So obviously I wanted to throw a camera up to see what was going on. The second night I put it out, he was on it. Only one camera or one picture, I think it was maybe 1:50 in the morning. Obviously got quite excited because we don't usually see this big of bucks around the area. Always somewhat decent, but not this big. Ended up, it was still bow hunting season, so I was bow hunting like crazy, moved some stands around, got on that side of on the fence row. Didn't see no sign. I had a ton of action, and actually the most action I've ever seen bucks-wise this last year. Again, not seeing him at all, a bunch of little guys. Gun season, of course, came, so ended up borrowing a buddy's 450 because I wasn't really too happy with the gun that I had, the shotgun. Wanted to try it out. It wasn't opening morning that had a buck come out. I actually missed it, which it's an ongoing joke with some of my friends. It's hunting, right? But missed it. Looking back, I'm happy that I did miss it because I ended up waking up the next morning and actually going out hunting. I was sicker than crap. I almost did not go out just because it wasn't, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes before he actually came out. I sneezed, and it was the most disgusting thing ever, and I literally was getting out of the stand. I'm like, I can't take it. It was very, very cold that day. I stuck it out. It wasn't a few minutes later, I happened to turn around my back and just saw him coming through the field. The day before, actually, I had a lot of little bucks, 6 points, 4 points, all running around, sparring, going crazy. Actually had one tending a doe right underneath my stand, which was kind of wild. She ended up going back and laying in the fence row, ultimately where I ended up shooting him. It was pretty cool to see. He came trotting across that next morning. I like to think the 2 or 3 grunts that I had made him turn and come up the fence row. Probably not. It was probably the doe that was bedded down the day before, I assume, because it's exactly where he stopped, and ended up where I shot him. So really that's about it. I mean, it was pretty exciting. Like I said, we don't usually get this big of bucks around. We usually do have some, but definitely not to this quality. So it was fun.